Big Shotty, Big Shotty, Big Shotty.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Morning Cup of Culture Show. I'm your host, Brooke Black. This is a community we're building with inclusiveness, diversity, and belonging through social justice, culture, and music. I'm so excited. I got Pura Vida on the podcast, you guys. This is crazy. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Let's do a quick individual intro. Glocko, take it away.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Glocko repping Pura Vida Entertainment from Salt Lake City, Utah. A special town named Kearns. You know what it is.
Go ahead, Lalo Lucas.
Yo, this is Lalo Lucas, Pura Vida en la Casa, representing. Yo, representing,
That's what's up. Go ahead, S-Rock.
Morning Cup of Culture. What's good? It's your boy S-Rock. Yeah, representing the whole West Side, Salt Lake City. It's your boy. Tap in.
Yo, I'm so excited. Today we're going to have a discussion with Pura Vida about the label, about individual artists, as well as what they got coming up in the future. So make sure you guys stay locked in. I want to give a shout out to Respect the Underground and Respect the Underground Worldwide Radio. That's a tongue twister. They've got a hip hop festival coming up next month. So make sure y'all stay tapped in for more information. So excited. Let's go ahead and dive on in. So Pura Vida, when did you guys start the label?
So the label started with me and my homie Rocky. We started around three years and a half ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So we knew each other from back then, but we kind of lost touch. And then probably 3 years later, hits me up saying, "Hey, let's go do this music thing. You rap and I'll manage you." And then we started going up. That we started creating names, trying to see what we're gonna call this.
Okay.
And we called it Pura Vida. And we're like, oh yeah, the name sounds hard.
Yeah.
The name sounds hard. Until I was told that it was at my job, they told me that that's Costa Rican.
It's okay.
And I was like, holy shit, really? But I was like, it's there, the name's there, the name's sticking.
I mean, it's all Southern America, right?
What's up?
It's all Southern America.
Yeah.
The continent,
Yeah, it's all Latin
so
America.
It works.
Yeah,
it works. It's all Latin America. I love it. So 3 years ago, what was the very first song that you created under Pura Vida? Do you remember?
Pura Vida.
Oh, shit. Okay. I love that track. Who produced it?
I actually got that from, I think it was a BeatStars beat.
Oh, okay.
We were just starting, so I was just looking for beats through the internet.
So with that being said, as a label, how do you curate your content for your artists now?
What do you mean?
Do they have free range as to where they get their beats from, or do you have specific producers?
So they're allowed to, every artist is allowed to do whatever they want.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, they have total freedom to work.
That's pretty flexible to have a creative freedom like that. When it comes to artists, how many artists are on the label right now?
You want to take that one?
Man, it's a lot to count. Between the bands, we have some some bandas that do Mexican corridos and stuff like that. So it's quite a few of them. With the rappers, I'm pretty sure we're probably at around a good 10 members, if that. Some of them unsigned as well. So we're kind of working in that process. So some of them aren't official. Also, they just kind of been along, kind of working with us, trying to get some development and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess if we're talking about the ones that are actually under, is probably a good, I should say 5 of us, and then including Rocky as the CEO, and then Lalo as his right hand man.
Okay. So if an artist is interested in becoming part of Pura Vida, what would be the first step? Do they need to have a whole catalog? Do they need to be fresh in the game? Because artist development is important when it comes to a label. So how would that start?
Definitely. Well, I mean, just kind of going off of my personal experience. We all decide, who ends up being in the label. Well, no, I shouldn't say all of us, but between, the team members, we end up choosing how that goes. Right now, we're currently not looking, for any members at this point. But I would say it's always important, to just already have that self-start, that initiation, and, between yourself, already having basically some music out there, having experience, that you can actually offer a label is always, good. And it already gives you, at least those stepping stones to be able to kind of get up, And the same thing, maybe with us, it's not a good fit. There's other people as well,
Yeah.
So as long as you're already producing, some music, some content, I think that's already a good step.
That's awesome. So when it comes to a project, how does the label, you already mentioned they have full creative freedom, but when it comes to a project, do you have a say in how things are released or put together? How does the label curate that when it comes to content?
We kind of do have like, we don't want to step on each other's toes.
Yeah.
So we kind of have like, we plan out the days of the release so everybody can be having their own time to be releasing their music.
That's smart.
And because we don't.
You don't want them competing with each other.
Yeah, we want to compete with the rest of the world, just not with your team, type of thing.
Yeah, it's communication basically. We help each other out with that. Every individual artist, I guess, curates kind of their own thing. They work. We work. With our individual producers and stuff like that we reach out to. And then when it comes down to projects, it's basically what we decide. It's a little bit more lenient, on the way that, that we work things out. It's not so...
rigid or...
Yeah, or basically you have to do it this way and this is the only way you can, because we're still upcoming as well. We like to consider ourselves an independent label.
Yeah, so absolutely.
We're, we're building it that way. But yeah, that creative freedom, I think, is probably the best thing that we have, on our team, that we're able to do all of that. And we all, like Lalo said, we have that communication. We let each other know when we're going to be dropping something. Also between us, that sometimes that constructive criticism, between us, it's like we bring it out there and then the opinion of somebody else might spark, some creativity in me to kind of change something up or do something different, and I'm pretty sure I speak for all of us when I say that.
What's it like being on the label, bro?
It's dope. Just having a team, that's behind you and, just willing to work with you. These two guys right here, since, I came along, been solid. Rocky, I've actually known Rocky since high school. So that's kind of like how that whole relationship came full circle. We, linked up again. I was a little bit older. I'm doing music. He has, Pura Vida going on. And it's kind of like, we're here now. Shit.
Were you creating music before you met them, and then you just started creating content under Pura Vida?
Yeah, I was definitely creating music, and then I kind of had Rocky, that he's not here right now, but I had him come to a few of my studio sessions when I was creating my first EP, Elevated Vibes. And then it just kind of went from there. Couple of conversations we had, we were on the same page about a lot of things, kind of had, that same vision. And then, just having a team and a movement, is definitely important too. And having a group of guys that all, have similar, interests and goals is definitely a huge part of it.
Absolutely. Camp is really important. Yeah. I'm learning that in my journey. I do a lot of solo work because, podcasts, there's not a lot of team, but it's always great when someone can tap in and help and that sort of thing. So with being a label, sometimes you have to make the tough call. Sometimes you have to make that tough decision like, no, that track's not going, or, this song's not going to be released right now. Is there a defining person that makes that call, or is it a team effort? Because it seems like family rather than hierarchy in this situation.
I mean, at the end of the day, like we said, we're not everybody's open to their creativity. So I mean, we give that constructive criticism, and if that person decides to take it, then that's good. If they didn't, then it's their piece of art, their work. They decided to drop it for that reason. Obviously, if it's because of like some I would say like audio like levels and things like that, then obviously, we gotta fix that for sure.
Okay.
And I mean, in that case, we would highly recommend for them not to, to release it on, on that way. But if that's the way that their intentions were, is to put it out like that, then that's on them. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's the artist that decides what they want to put out and what they don't want to put out.
I also think that like we have a good amount, like our artists know when something is like not good quality,
right?
Or when so there's that trust, because we trust them that they know, because like everything they've been bringing out is good quality, so they know when something's bad quality, when something shouldn't be brought out. So to me, I feel like they're in that level that we don't really want to touch that, because they should already know.
They have that sound. Mm-hmm. They've got the ear for the sound. I like that. When it comes to performing, I've seen you guys perform a couple times, and the stage presence is crazy. I love it. You guys have such good energy, and when you have an artist like S-Rock right here, you stand out. You don't fall into like the backdrop, and that takes practice. So how does the label curate the practice when it comes to the stage presence and performance? Who decides that? Who choreographs it?
So thankfully, we have good space at our studio. So we have enough space to be able to actually do rehearsals. So it's just depending, on the show, what kind of set we're running. We'll run rehearsals and make sure that presence is known. We talk and we give each other advice too. Hey man, do this. Maybe next time try this. And it always, it helps out. I mean, from one day to the other, I remember my first show. I was, it was sloppy, bad. I ran out of breath, so, but it's that work that, you continue to practice, like they say, practice makes perfect, so yeah. The more that we do it, the better, we're getting at it. So, I would say it's between each other, that motivation. And it's like, if it's us three on a set, if one of us isn't there, we can't really do it. So we hold each other accountable on actually being there for those things too.
Like we gotta rehearse. Like you gotta come to rehearsal.
Yeah.
Like that's the main thing.
That's the most important part, because I feel like you can have the best recorded song in the world, but as we all know, and as we were talking off record, 5,000 streams equates one album sale. So you have to have 5,000 rotations of one song. So that being said, the money's in the performance. Would you agree?
Yeah,
definitely.
That and merch.
So when it comes to the performance, who decides, like, do you guys switch it up? I mean, obviously each performance is going to be unique, but when it comes to like, okay, we're going to do Pura Vida first, we're going to do this first. Do you just go off of vibe? Do you have something planned beforehand? How does that come about?
So usually, sometimes shows will have a theme, so we'll try to go off of that. Also, and it's not to be like, oh, we're not going to do a show if this person's there, if this person's not there, but we like to see who the other artists are, to try to give everybody that, that kind of vibe. We make really different types of music between us and us, as a single, artist. Also, like, it's very, it's diverse. So we have enough songs to be able to switch for different kinds of audiences. So it's the same thing. We just get together and we talk about it as a group. If, like I said, if it's us three performing together, we decide that as a group, what songs fit. And then, like I said, one of us might think, this one doesn't really fit that vibe, or this one does. Or, it's just basically talking about it as a group. Once it comes down to individual, artists, say that it could be my set by myself and I have, Lalo backing me up. It's pretty much whoever it is in this scenario would be me, choosing my set and then, whatever songs we're doing together. But yeah, when we work together as a group, it's pretty much just talking about it and coming up with it together.
So two things. Shout out to DJ Juggy for Slap Lake City, because he did the he did the Slap Lake City Hispanic Heritage show, and I noticed that the set had way more energy. Not to knock y'all, because y'all have great energy regardless, but that show had way more energy than the first time or even the second time I saw you. So with that being said, was it just because, Viva la Raza? Is it because it was a Hispanic event? Like,
I think it was a mixture of them both.
Okay.
Honestly, because it is because you're Latina, you'll be like, oh shit, I'm gonna show everybody my shit. Yeah. And especially because we did it in Spanish.
Yeah, I know.
Like, oh shit, we're gonna fuck stage up. But it's also the more we've been rehearsing, the more we've been performing together, the more that we understand each other.
Okay, yeah.
So the
Chemistry.
more that they come, exactly. The more that it comes natural to us.
How do you feel when you're on stage with the team?
I just be having fun with it, enjoying myself up there. I don't take it like it's a super, performance type of thing. I just up there with my boys, having fun, just showcasing my skills, and just vibing. I like it. I love performing.
So when it comes to performances, do people approach you? Do you have an AR team that's out there looking for these gigs?
It's a mixture right now. I mean, we're a small label, independent label, so we're basically our own. we do everything, you know, for ourselves and
In-house.
try to find opportunities. Little by little, you know, we're starting to get known a little bit more, and we're starting to get, you know, people that are reaching out, you know, for performances and stuff like that. Sometimes they pay, sometimes, you know, it's about that exposure, you know. And to us, we've had shows with, you know, a couple hundreds of people to shows where there's like maybe 5 people in the crowd. And the thing is that we still perform like it's
Give
the
that
exact
energy,
same
man.
thing, you know. You never know. One of those people might be, you know, willing to fund a whole project or
Right?
something.
You never
it's-
know, man.
Yeah, but yeah, we treat it all the same.
I think that, and this is a think, not a feel statement, but I think that sometimes when you have a small, intimate crowd, people get discouraged. Like they expected, you know, the packed 3,000 stadium and cell phones lighting up the sky and that kind of stuff. And so they get discouraged. But really, the music is about the music, right?
Yeah.
With your guys' studio, is your guys' studio open to the public?
No, it's more exclusive.
Okay.
It's more exclusive. Like, yeah, we use it for each other to
Okay.
like get our own work done.
So who's engineering the projects you guys are doing?
We go through different people.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we'll basically record ourselves and then we'll outsource for mixing and mastering and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a few people that we've been working around here, and then,
Like again, like he could use someone, he could use someone, I could use someone.
Yeah.
We're all free to work with whoever we want.
Okay, I like that. I like that freedom. Do you like that freedom as well?
Yeah, because you know, prior to meeting these guys, I already had, you know, a few relationships built with, you know, different producers and engineers, and then, you know, coming over here, you know, meeting, you know, a few other ones. So yeah, it's, you know, definitely good to have that flexibility to be able to tap into those different engineers and producers, definitely.
So why choose a label?
Well, it's not so much like a label. It's more, it's like you said, we're like an independent label, so it's not really like a major type of thing. It's
Not
more
yet.
so, but it's more so like, and for me, it's, you know, it feels more so like a team and like a family type of thing, where, you know, we just all support one another, and, you know, we all want each other to win. At the end of the day, you know, we're all pulling for each other. If, you know, any of these guys need anything from me, you know, they could always hit me up, vice versa. They're always there if I need anything, you know, as far as, you know, music-wise and business-wise, definitely, you know. So, yeah, it's definitely good to have that, because you know, I've definitely, you know, been trying to do it by myself as well prior, you know, to
Right.
it's a lot, you know,
It's hard.
it's a lot more difficult, you know, trying to do it alone, rather when you have a team that, you know, that also, you know, is your team, but they also, you know, fuck with your music and support, you know, what you got going on, even if it's different from what they got going on, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this question is just open for anybody. What do you guys feel like is the biggest challenge right now in music?
like in music in general.
Just in
and hip-hop?
general. I mean, as an artist, you know, because it's hard to make money, you know, merch, fighting for streams, fighting for...
I think that's the hardest part,
You know,
right there. Getting yourself known, the marketing side
Yeah.
of it.
the marketing
The
side.
promoting that, getting your face out there. Because there's so many people doing it.
It's super saturated right now.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes with music, so there's always what's really cool right now, what's, you know,
Yeah,
in the
what's
moment.
trending.
Yeah. And so a lot of people stick to that. And so it's kind of hard for artists to try to actually be really artistic and try to find, you know, something more creative, something, you know, ingenuitive, something different to try to do, because the rest of the world doesn't really accept new. They like,
Right.
you know, what's
They
going
want
on
that
right
top
now.
40.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard, you know, at the end, you know, we'll make the music that we love to make, but we also are in this for business, you know, so we have to stretch sometimes to try to, you know, fit in
You're like
certain,
thinking, how can
you know,
I make
not
the best TikTok dance.
exactly.
Do you guys have a TikTok?
I have one. I really not active on it. I might have a couple of things on there, but yeah, I don't.
So let's plug that real quick. Where do we find you on social media?
GLOCO 801 on all social media platforms.
Lalo Lucas, MX, LALOLUCAS, MX, social media.
S.ROC801 Rebel, most social media platforms. Yeah.
Is there a Pura Vida?
Yep.
Pura Vida Entertainment.
Okay. That's what's up. I'm really excited. You guys, the reason that I wanted you guys here is because I feel like going back to your comment about people want product, right? I want to change that narrative. I want to change that completely, because I feel like yourself being with the label, right? You said, I want to be part of a team, a camp. Like, it's not necessarily signed to a label, right? The traditional label, it's being part of a family. And independent music is so buried right now. And you guys just have this very unique, you know, Latin hip hop. I grew up on like Kid Frost, you know what I mean? MC Magic, like there's a whole list. I just had Dolly Girl on here not too long ago. Like, I love Latin hip hop, and it's really important to me that you guys get a voice, because I feel like, especially in Utah, it's not an option for a lot of things. So shout out again to DJ Juggy, because he's definitely putting it on for the city.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate it. And like you said, you know, these opportunities with these podcasts and everything, you know, you're giving us that voice too, you know, extending it a little bit further. And, you know, that exposure sometimes goes a long way, you know, and we appreciate you for that. Thank you, Brooke.
Absolutely. So let's tap into the music. Lalo, you got a video coming out.
Yeah, I got a video coming out. The song is called Gasoline.
Oh, okay.
It's recorded by the homie Yudo, and it was produced by Yanis. The song's not out yet, so the song is coming out with the video.
When is it dropping?
Mid-November.
November.
Yeah,
okay.
mid-November.
This may be out before then. If it is, I'll definitely link. If it's not, I will link and make sure you guys have that information. So let's talk about the song you gave me to play, Chilindrina?
Yeah, La Chilindrina.
Ah, did I say it right?
Yeah, you said it perfect.
Let's talk about that. What does it mean?
So La Chilindrina is so there's this Mexican show. It's called El Chavo del Ocho. It's from like the 70s, but it's like a classic show. And they have this so the main line says so there's this character named La Chilindrina. It's like an 8-year-old girl, and then when she cries, she goes like wah wah wah.
Okay.
Right? And so in the song I say, don't get close to me or I take out the Nina.
Oh.
I will make it cry like La Chilindrina.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's basically where the song comes from, because of that. Because
and like Nina's the daughter, right? Or the girl, the small girl.
You could kind of say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I like that. That's cool. Go ahead and intro the song, bro.
All right. Shout out to the homie Looney got the tunes. And shout out to all the people streaming Lalo Lucas. Saludos a todos los fans de Lalo Lucas. Aquí viene La Chilindrina, que ya salió en Spotify y en todas las plataformas digitales.
Looney got the tunes.
Yo, no te acerques si tú gastas tiempo. Si no entiendes lo valioso, no te represento. Con la gente me mantengo atento, pero mami al instante muévemelo lento. Ponte listo, te saca la Nina. La ponemos a llorar como la Chilindrina. Sé que Dios a mí siempre me cuida, pero siempre equipado por si acaso tiran. Este juego como cargar onza, pinta chido pero no todo es color de rosa. Lleno de personas maliciosas. Este juego es de leones, welcome to la fosa. Gente falsa dice ser amigo, de putazo te traiciona a ti. Mas con Dios me siento bendecido. Encontré la forma de vivir. Esta mierda se te enseña así, en la búsqueda sobrevivir. Al momento cuando comprendí, al entrarle no quería salir. Esta mierda se te enseña así, en la búsqueda sobrevivir. Al momento cuando comprendí, al entrarle no quería salir. Checa, empapar la camiseta, pasión, sudor y sangre derramada en la libreta. Con la clica no se meta, son puros patitos tirándole a la escopeta. Y esta mierda se te enseña así, en la búsqueda sobrevivir. Al momento cuando comprendí, al entrarle no quería salir.